Welcome back to Karin's Orchids. My friends on YouTube, as I always say, it's very good to see you here. And if you're new here, I'd love for you to subscribe and join the community Karin's Orchids. Last week I didn't upload any videos, but I did post a little text. About how much I really appreciate you guys, and I love you guys, as I needed to say goodbye to my dearest friend. I rather show videos and pictures on my golden retriever, Linus, in a separate video. A tribute to the best dog who's ever lived. You understand what I'm going through and what my family and my friends are going through right now. And I'll try to do my very best to keep up with the uploads and the stuff. But sometimes it will get a bit difficult. Today I'm going to try to smile and think about all of the good times and all of the unconditional love that little guy offered, not only to me, but to many, many people on this earth. So I just thought I needed to clarify why I posted such a sad and strange text in my community, as these types of posts are so very unlike me. Yeah, you noticed throughout the years perhaps. And some of you guys got a little bit confused and worried that it was all about me and my health conditions. I didn't know how I was going to react. That's why I needed to upload the text in advance. Yeah, throughout the years you all got to know Linus, as he's been participating in many, many of my prior videos. So I thought you had the right to know. And now we're gonna look at the orchids. Just a little tour in my apartment. I'm gonna look at what's in spike. And I'm not gonna show you guys the Cattleyas, except for that one now. A brief look back. She's gonna be in another video on my primary hybrid Cattleyas and a species Cattleyas. And I also promise you guys to upload my Cattleya hybrid video. It's supposed to be my next upload, but as I found and discovered a couple of more Cattleya hybrids starting to come to bud. I just figured I would wait for him before I edited the video. So for now, there's gonna be a little growing area tour. Yes, instead. So what do we have here? It's a very interesting plant. Let me bring her out from here. Whoa. Yeah. It's Barkeria Whartoniana. Let's see, from the right angle. Difficult to see the type, but Barkeria Whartoniana, it is a species. Look, it's mounted on a cork slab. It's bare-rooted. It's a Spanish moss, Tillandsia usnuides, around it to keep the moisture a bit around the roots there. Yeah, now she's there. She's gonna sit in the window. And last time she bloomed for 8 months, I think. That's an incredibly long time. Yeah. Well worthwhile. Yeah, and this is my sweet sugar, Oncidium sweet sugar, from Svarta. A very recent purchase. It's just as nice as the hybrid, which is gonna survive. I didn't thought at the time, so that's why I bought its parent, in case that one didn't survive. So I found the sweet sugar at the Svarta web shop. I don't know, I really do have a thing for yellow dancing lady flowers, as I said before. Yeah, the shape and form They are unscented though, but I don't care really, to be honest. Phalaenopsis schilleriana. I just moved her from my larger growing area into my kitchen. I don't know, I just wanted to have a little bit of colour to this, all this green stuff I got here. Everything is not in bloom, really. So it will brighten up this environment. Some light pink, beautiful flowers. And I was complaining about this plant not putting out a spike. Yeah. For at least 1 year. And this is a very good spike. Looks like there's going to be a few flowers, at least. Yeah? The more the flowers, the tinier in size. So, yeah, it's good either or. I mean, if it produces fewer flowers, I don't mind, as they're going to be larger in size. Yes? That cabinet, yeah, you already saw that. So let's go into the other area. On my way to my living room. I might as well share a bit of goodies. Discus fish, still alive. The blue and red ones from a last year's trip to Germany. Yeah, from a place called Discus Killer in Hamburg. Or a little bit out, yeah, in the outskirts of Hamburg, Germany. And the 4 ones here, the stripes across the bodies, and the brownish ones, yeah, are Heckel Cross. Yeah. They are gonna look smashing when they reach full maturity size. That much I can tell you guys. And I did get a couple of other scared ones. They're still scared, but they are very, very colorful. You can see red panda, golden, and red and white. 4, 2, and 2. Lovely, lovely animals. Don't like the flashlight, but anyways, Epifilm collection is still there. I think it looks alright. I put a humidifier in between 2 bird cages, as I call them. They seem to be doing better. It looked a bit dehydrated for a while. Yeah, and I made a couple of more out of them. This water culture is a very, very nice method for the ones which didn't root the normal way, which means inside some type of cacti mix medium. So, oh, soon they're all rooted. I can pot them up and sell them or stuff like that. So I do have a few cacti as well. I think it's fun with something else, both for my own sake and for your sake. And Hoyas and stuff. They're doing well. And this Epiphyllum occipitalum, she is really the queen of the night. And she's growing well. Needs a bit more water than I expected, so I need to be there at least every other week and totally soak her. Otherwise she will be wrinkled. So the opposite to what the care guide tells you. I just spotted something there. A new spike on my Epicalea Renee Marquez flamethrower. And a spike, or no, not a spike, a bud on my Psychopsis mariposa 3 lips as well. So stuff is going on and it's looking alright. I got a couple of plants which actually refuses to bloom for me. But yeah, one day, as I told you guys before, it can take many years for an orchid to start performing for you. This is a good performer. This is one of those good performers. Phalaenopsis multi honeybee. a fragrant, multi-branching, easy to find, easy to care for Phalaenopsis. Yeah, it's really Phalaenopsis time now. This beautiful species, Phalaenopsis ludemaniana. It took a long time for it to do something, this Whitman thing. But when she finally started to perform, she puts out 4. Yeah, I can still count, can I? Well, 4 spikes. One there, another there, and that one, and that one. So I'm not going to be sad that these flowers are soon going over. No, I'm not. The beautiful ludemaniana with a very right pattern, with a very right deep color. Yeah. They are different. If you're unlucky, you can get one with a brighter color, which isn't as attractive as this one, I must say. And this one, 1 year to flowering size, or 2 years to flowering size, one very cheap plant, turned out to be a beautiful, beautiful specimen plant now. Yeah. And what do I have here? We have this Phalaenopsis Sogo, Vivian Sogo. Look, this is a spike. But I broke this spike. I snapped it with my belly while I was watering my plants on the top shelf. So she's, continued to branch that spike simultaneously as she, oh my lord, as she, it's stuck. But anyways, as she is producing another new spike. So a bit of spider mites stuff has been on her. And the green linings, the green frames, are slowly but very, very surely fading as the plant matures. That's the sad part. But, yeah, whatever. This plant goes on and on and on and on. Speciosa times equestris. Yeah. Look. Oncidium Sigma Marguerite Giant Glory, also from the Svata web shop, puts out an amazing display with soft vanilla scented flowers. Fairly large flowers for this type. See? Quite many on each spike this time around, so I'm pleased with this blooming. And my second Oncidium, Tiny Twinkle, Orange, I think his name, is the one which never creates any good leaves. Doesn't matter what type of medium I put her or plant her into, doesn't matter. Nothing really helps this plant out, but she still keeps on producing spikes, even though she looks like a pure crap to me. This orange-red one is, I like her, yeah. And I have this very interesting plant, this Locartia or Sturdy Eye. I think it's a Mexican species, which obviously can rebloom from the same spot. You can see there are old spent flowers from last spring. Yes, she starts to create new little spikes to the sides of the old ones, dried out ones, I might add. So that's a funny one. I also do have another one here, but it's not as matured as the other one yet. Look at Acuta. That one creates similar type of flowers, but they shall be white. But the foliage is differs a bit. It's got yellow, tone to the separation, where the separations are, shall we say. So, a bit more, but differs. If you look really closely. Yes. And inside the cabinet, the Millspo, favorite of mine cabinet, stuff is still going on, still developing, and Rhynchostylis gigantea, this time around, she really is gonna produce 2 beautiful spikes. Last year she did as well, but one blasted. The buds blasted halfway. So it's a lot better this year. And you can see the Tolumnias are still here. They're relatively long lasting. And if you watch my previous video on my Tolumnias, you saw them all in bloom. Even this one, red spread, that I claim to be my favorite. Yeah, I do not really have favorites. I think they're all so fine. It's very hard to choose. But they are. This one is branching, you can see. And the yellow one, the lion one, is branching. And it's even branching out the branch. Yeah, in several places, even. But that wasn't really what I was going to show you guys. I wanted to show you that my Tolumnia Gyrex Sahara is also in spike now. All the way up there. Yes. And the one from the Orchid Garden web shop, which wasn't open for my previous session, is now opened. And it is the Gyrex Flyer Lady in Red. Yeah. And look, she is amazing. Deeper red than I expected. And the yellow details. I mean, petals, sepals. Beautiful. It's a lovely contrast. Yes. Happy with my Tolumnias. And I have a couple of Vandas. Vanda Harkana Chachenko. And I found out that she's actually fragrant. That I wasn't counting on. So I was surprised. And she deepens in color with time, which is fairly unusual, by my opinion. Quite a good cluster of blooms, I'd say, for being a first-timer. One even dropped, but so there was yet another one. But it's okay. And her next door neighbor, the Vanda Crown Fox Golden Dawn, is coming out with a spike. And ta-da! She managed to open up for this session, and she's here now. Yes, amazing. About 7 centimeters wide flowers on this Crown Fox Golden Dawn. About 6-7 flowers, just like last time. She's been now out for about 1.5-2 weeks. Time passes really quickly. So I think that's it. It's a stunning Vanda. Get her if you can, and if you're able to find it. It was a Karin purchase. So obviously once a year bloomer. But as I said, she lasts for a long time. So she's worth it. She's worth the wait. Yeah. Yes. On Pseudopsis, I think it is the Stefanila. I think. A few more to come. But it's a very smashing red color. And I spotted another spike there yesterday. That's right. It's becoming a very dense plant now, so perhaps there's even some more spikes hiding without me knowing it. Yeah, Vuxtiara, Carnival Rio. Fragrant, beautiful, long-lasting. What do we have here? Rhenanthracosum, the hybrid. Yes. Now it takes a fairly long time to develop the rest of the spike, the buds and all. I don't mind. It's a first-time bloomer as well. This orchid must be one of the 7 wonders of Earth. This Rhenanthracosum, a primary hybrid cross, which means that it's a cross between 2 species. I don't ever think I seen. I have seen on this one red, but this is more deeper red, not so much orangish. Beautiful patterns as well. There's still a couple to come. As she's so heavy, and I know that this spike will be able to branch out as well. I've seen. She's extremely tall. She's top heavy now, but it's so worth it. You just need to figure out a way to stick her up. A 1 meter tall stick, I guess, or 80 at least, but it's not tall enough. I need to come up with another solution. But can you imagine that I was thinking about throwing this plant away a few months back? Now, I will never throw this plant away. I didn't know that the flowers would be this great. I just love this plant. Before it goes over, I'm not sure for how long this orchid's flowers will last, as it's a bulbophyllum, and they oftentimes blooms very swiftly. In a couple of days' time, they will be over. Yeah, give it a couple of days a week. That's a normal time range for these guys to bloom. But look, just like a little clogs or slippers. Bulbophyllum frostii from Vietnam, and Rulki. Know when I got it. I needed to look it up. When I was preparing for this video a little bit. September of 2019. That's when I got her. At the Orchid show in Lund. And I grabbed 5 for €30. Seedlings, tiny plants, very young plants. There were bulbos, callias, epidendrums, Phalaenopsis, pick and choose. Still have that. You probably saw it in my Orchid show video. The Equagenera Europe stand. They had loads of tiny seedlings. 6 years to get it into bloom. So now we can calculate on how young the plants really were or are when you get a seedling. 6 years. Wait. But never mind. I think they're gorgeous. And hopefully she'll start to bloom on a bit more regular basis. As you can see, it's probably her best and plumpest pseudobulb ever since I got her, so yeah. And last but not least, I got a little request from a viewer who wanted to know how my Maxillaria tenuifolia was doing. And this is, oh yeah, this is how she's managing winter. This time she's growing wider and wider and wider. I think she's probably, yeah, she's probably the largest plant in my whole collection. Largest orchid. I had to tie her up, yeah, to shrink her a bit. Put a rope around her, some kind of something. And she was outdoors in the brightest spot for at least 5 months. So she should bloom relatively soon, or at least come spring they normally bloom. And she's been blooming with better bloomings for each flowering, so we shall see what happens. She's still very pot bound in there. Oh, and she's so heavy. Look at the massive root system. Watered her, I think, yesterday, yeah. So pot bound she is. Probably she likes it. Oh, jeez. But I like her growth pattern. I like the beautiful little pseudobulbs. They are very, very decorative. So, yeah. Anyways, I think I will close this video now, but yeah, at least I did a video, yeah? At least I did a video, even though it wasn't the Cattleya video as promised, but that was only for one reason and one purpose. And that would be to make the video even better and include a couple of more ones which are now in bud, which I didn't expect. So they came as a surprise addition to that video. So yes, that one we missed. All right, take care. Thank you so much for watching and for subscribing to this channel. It means a whole bunch to me. All right, take care. Bye-bye.